good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, now, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
good to
welcome
see
back.
you.
Good to see you again, too. How is your Friday morning now?
Oh, I'm great, thank you. And how are
Okay,
you?
thank you for asking me. I'm great as well today. Great
Oh,
so far.
great.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back to my class now, and I can see here that last time you had your full stage revision of stage 3, paragraph
Yes,
247. The last head word was order. Is this right?
order. Yes, that's
Order.
correct.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
time we'll continue your full stage revision. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're dropping your
You're
pen
dropping
on
your
the
pen on
floor.
the
What
floor.
am I doing? What am I doing? You're picking up
You're
your
picking up
pen
your
from the
pen
floor.
from the floor.
Okay, yeah. Pick up her book, please. Pick up her book, please. Okay, that's good. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm picking up
I'm
her
picking up
book.
her book.
Okay, yes. Do you feel sad at the beginning of a holiday? Do you feel sad at the beginning of a holiday? No, I don't
No,
feel
I don't
sad
feel
at the
sad at the
beginning of a
beginning of
holiday.
a
I feel
holiday. I
happy.
feel happy.
Where do your family generally go on holiday? Where do your family generally go on holiday? My
My
family generally
family
go
generally
to.
go to the lakeside on holiday.
Okay, yeah. Why do people like going to the seaside for their summer holiday? Why do people like going to the seaside for their summer holiday? People like going
People
to the
like
seaside
going to the
for their
seaside
summer
for their
holiday
summer
because
holiday
there are
because there are
beaches, they
beaches,
can swim
they
in the
can swim
sea,
in the sea,
etc.
etc.
How long are your school holidays in winter? How long are your school holidays in winter? My school
My
holidays
school
in
holidays
winter
in
are.
winter are 3 weeks long.
I guess. When you lose something, what must you do? When you lose something, what must you do? When I lose something,
When I lose
I must
something,
look for
I
it.
must look for it.
And how do you feel when you find it? Happy or unhappy? And how do you feel when you find it? Happy or unhappy? When I find it,
When
I
I
feel
find it, I
happy.
feel happy.
What can we say when we find something? What can we say when we find something? When we find
When we find
something, we can
something,
say,
we can
here it
say,
is.
here it is.
Okay, which do you think I lose more often, my car or my car keys? Which do you think I lose more often, my car or my car keys? I think you
I
lose
think
your
you
car
lose your
keys
car
more
keys
often
more
than your
often
car.
than your car
Why? Why? Because small
because
things
small
are more
things
difficult
are
to
more
see.
difficult to see.
Yeah, right. Good. What a playground? What a playground? A
A
playground is a
playground
place
is a
for
place
children
for
to play.
children to play.
Where do we find playgrounds? Where do we find playgrounds? We find
We find
playgrounds at
playgrounds
schools
at
and in
schools and
parks.
in parks.
Okay, yes, right. Great. And when's Christmas? When's Christmas? Christmas is on the
Christmas is on
25th
the
of
25th
December.
of December.
Why is Christmas fun? Why is Christmas fun? Christmas is
Christmas
fun
is fun
because we get
because we get
presents, we
presents,
eat tasty
we eat
food,
tasty
we see
food,
all
we
our
see all our
relatives,
relatives,
etc.
etc.
When's Easter? When's Easter? Easter's in
Easter's
spring,
in spring,
sometimes in March,
sometimes in
and
March,
sometimes
and
in
sometimes
April.
in April.
Do your parents give you a chocolate egg at Easter? Do your parents give you a chocolate egg at Easter? Yes, no?
No,
My
my
parents
parents
don't
don't
give me
give
a
me
chocolate
a
egg
chocolate
at
egg at
Easter.
Easter.
Are Christmas and Easter important holidays in your country? Are Christmas and Easter important holidays in your country? Yes, no?
No,
Christmas and
Christmas and
Easter aren't
Easter aren't
important
important
holidays in this
holidays
country.
in this
Yeah,
country,
or in my country.
in my country.
Okay, yeah. Is it safe to cross the road without looking both ways? Is it safe to cross the road without looking both ways? No, it isn't
No, it
safe to
isn't
cross the
safe
road
to cross the road
without looking
without
both
looking
ways.
both
It's very
ways. It's very
dangerous.
dangerous.
Are bears dangerous animals? Are bears dangerous animals? Yes, bears
Yes,
are
bears
dangerous
are dangerous
animals.
animals.
Why is it dangerous to swim in the sea? Why is it dangerous to swim in the sea? It's
It's
dangerous to swim
dangerous
in
to
the
swim
sea
in the
when the
sea
waves are
when
very
the waves
high.
are very high.
Okay, yes. And let's say, for example, this glass. Is this glass empty? Is this glass empty? No, that
No,
glass
that
isn't
glass isn't
empty. It's full of
empty. It's
milk.
full of milk.
Is your pocket full? Is my pocket full of money? Is my pocket full of money? No, your
No,
pocket
your
isn't
pocket
full of
isn't
money.
full of
It's
money.
empty.
It's empty.
How do you feel when your stomach's empty? How do you feel when your stomach's empty? I feel hungry
I feel
when my
hungry
stomach's
when my stomach's
empty.
empty.
Is this school full of people during the night? Is this school full of people during the night? No, this
No,
school
the
isn't
school
full of
isn't full
people
of people
during the night.
during the
It's
night. It's
empty.
empty.
Yes, okay. And let's say for this shape. Okay, here. And okay, what's this? What's this? It's a
It's a
square. What's
square.
this? What's this? It's a
It's a circle.
okay, yes. Is a football square? Is a football square? No, a football
No, a
isn't
football
square,
isn't a
it's
square,
round.
it's round.
And this one, okay. How many pictures are there around these walls? How many pictures are there around these walls? There are
There are two pictures on
around
these
these
walls.
walls. Why does a man sometimes wear around his neck? Okay, a moment. Okay, what does a man sometimes wear around his neck? A man
A
sometimes
man
wears a
sometimes
tie
wears a tie
around his
round
neck.
his neck.
Okay, let's say for her, does she walk around the classroom during the lesson? Does she walk around the classroom during the lesson? No, she
No,
doesn't
she
walk
doesn't
around the
walk round the
classroom during the
classroom during
lesson.
the
She
lesson.
sits
She
on her
sits on
chair.
her chair.
Okay, yes. And alright, great. And another chart here. Okay. Is Sophie as tall as Max? Is Sophie as tall as Max? Yes, Sophie
Yes,
is as
Sophie
tall
is
as
as tall as
Max.
Max.
Okay, is Sophie's hair as long as Kimmy's hair? Is Sophie's hair as long as Kimmy's hair? No, Sophie's
No,
hair
Sophie's
isn't
hair
as
isn't
long
as
as
long
Kimmy's
as
hair.
Kimmy's hair.
It's
It's
shorter than
shorter
Kimmy's
than
hair.
Kimmy's hair.
Okay, for example, this is the table and the door is here. Okay, is the table as high as the door? Is the table as high as the door? No, the
No,
table
the table
isn't as
isn't
high
as
as the
high
door.
as the
It's
door.
lower
It's
than the
lower than
door.
the door.
Is that building as high as Mount Everest? Is that building as high as Mount Everest? No, this
No,
building
that this
isn't as
building
high
isn't as
as
high
Mount
as
Everest.
Mount
It's
Everest.
lower
It's
than Mount
lower than
Everest.
Mount Everest.
Can you jump as high as a cat? Can you jump as high as a cat? No, I can't
No, I
jump
can't
as
jump
high as
as
a cat.
high as a cat.
Can you jump as far as a kangaroo? Can you jump as far as a kangaroo? No, I can't
No, I
jump
can't
as
jump
far as
as
a
far as a
kangaroo.
kangaroo.
Okay. Can we see the sun in the sky during the night? Can we see the sun in the sky during the night? No, we can
No,
see
we
the
can
sun in the
see the sun
sky
in the
during the
sky
night.
during the
We
night.
can see
We can
the moon
see
and the
the moon and the
stars.
stars.
What color is the moon? What color is the moon? The moon's
The
the
moon's
color of
the color
silver.
of silver.
Can we count all the stars in the sky? Can we count all the stars in the sky? No, we can't
No, we
count all
can't
the
count
stars
all the
in the
stars in
sky.
the sky
Why not? Why not? Because there are
because
too
there are
many
too
to
many
count.
to count.
Mhm. What's the capital of England? What's the capital of England? London's the
London's
capital of
capital of
England.
England.
What's the capital of Japan? What's the capital of Japan? Tokyo's the
Tokyo's
capital
the
of
capital
Japan.
of Japan.
What's the capital of Brazil? What's the capital of Brazil? Brasilia's the
Brasilia's
capital
the
of
capital
Brazil.
of Brazil.
Do you live in the capital of that country? Do you live the capital of that country? Yes, no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
live
live
in the
in the
capital of this
capital of
country.
this country.
Alright, good. When you are sick and you can't go to school, who generally looks after you? When you are sick and you can't go to school, who generally looks after you? When I'm sick
When I'm
and I
sick
can't
and
go
I
to
can't go to
school,
school,
my
my mom
generally
generally
looks
looks
after me.
after me.
And who looks after your mom when she is in bed sick? And who looks after your mom when she is in bed sick?
My dad
Looks after
looks
my mom
after my
when
mom
she's in
when
bed
she's
sick.
in bed sick.
Okay. How do you feel if you eat too much ice cream? How do you feel if you eat too much ice cream? I feel
I
sick
feel
if I eat
sick
too
if
much
I
ice
eat too
cream.
much ice cream.
How many subjects do you study at school? How many subjects do you study at school? I study
I study five
at
subjects
school.
at school.
Okay, name all the subjects, please. Name all the subjects, please. Science.
Science, history,
Yes.
math,
Mm-hmm.
English,
Yes.
art.
Okay, yeah, fine. And which is your favorite subject? Which is your favorite subject? My favorite
My
subject
favorite subject
is
is history.
okay. And is there a subject that you hate? And is there a subject that you hate? Yes, no? There
No, there
isn't a
isn't a
subject that I
subject that
hate.
I hate.
Oh, that's nice. What do we do when we get up in the morning? What do we do when we get up in the morning? We wash
We
and get
wash and
dressed
get
when we
dressed
get up
when
in the
we get up
morning.
in the morning.
Do you get dressed before you wash? Do you get dressed before you wash? Yes, no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
get
get
dressed
dressed
before I
before
wash.
I
I get
wash. I
dressed
get
after
dressed
I
after
wash.
I
Ah,
wash.
yes. Is ice cream very hot or very cold? Is ice cream very hot or very cold? Ice cream is
Ice cream
very.
is very cold.
What kind of weather do you prefer? Hot, warm, cool, or cold? What kind of weather do you prefer? Hot, warm, cool, or cold? I prefer.
I prefer warm weather.
Okay. When is the weather cooler, in autumn or in summer? When is the weather cooler, in autumn or in summer? The weather's
The weather
cooler
is
in
cooler in
autumn than in
autumn than
summer.
in summer.
Is it warmer in that room than outside? Is it warmer in that room than outside? Yes, no.
Yes,
It's
it's
warmer in
warmer
this
in this
room than
room
outside.
than outside.
What do we call the top and the bottom of the world? What do we call the top and the bottom of the world? We call
We
the
call the
top and the
top and the
bottom of
bottom
the
of the
world the
world
North
the
Pole and the
North
South
Pole and the
Pole.
South Pole.
Where do polar bears live? Where do polar bears live? Polar
The
bears
polar
live
bears
in
live
cold
in
places
cold
near the
places near
North
the
Pole.
North Pole.
Okay, yeah. And have I got as many legs as a spider? Have I got as many legs as a spider? No, you
No,
haven't
you
got
haven't
as many
got as
legs as a
many legs as
spider.
a
You've
spider.
got
You've
fewer
got
legs
fewer
as
legs
than a spider.
than a spider.
Okay, sir. Do you eat as much food as an elephant? Do you eat as much food as an elephant? No, I don't
No, I
eat
don't
as
eat
much
as
food as
much
an
food as an
elephant. I
elephant.
eat
I
less
eat
food
less
than an
food than
elephant.
an elephant.
Okay, yeah. Do you read as many books as your mom? Do you read as many books as your mom? Yes, no? I
Yes,
read
I
as many
read as
books as
many
my
books
mom.
as my mom.
Is there much water in a bath as in a swimming pool? Is there much water? Is there as much water in a bath as in a swimming pool? No, there
No,
isn't
there
as
isn't
much
as
water
much
in a
water in a
bath
bath
as in
as
a
in a
swimming pool.
swimming pool.
There's less
There's
water
less
in a
water in
bath
a
than
bath
in a
than
swimming
in a
pool.
swimming pool.
Good. Okay, and in this picture, or in this picture, okay, here. In this picture, how many children are wearing pullovers? In this picture, how many children are wearing pullovers? In that
In
picture,
that picture, one child is
is wearing
wearing
pullover.
pullover.
Okay, yes. When do we generally wear a coat and scarf? When do we generally wear a coat and scarf? We generally
We
wear a
generally
coat
wear
and
a coat
scarf
and
when the
scarf
weather is
when the
cold.
weather is cold.
Okay, for example, I'm putting a pair of gloves. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're putting
You're
on
putting
a
on
pair
a
of
pair of
gloves.
gloves.
Okay, good. And okay. Will I ask you any questions next lesson? Will I ask you any questions next lesson? Yes, you'll ask
Yes,
me some
you'll ask me
questions
some
next
questions
lesson.
next lesson.
What time will you go to sleep tonight? What time will you go to sleep tonight? I'll go to sleep
I'll
at
go to
about
sleep at about 10 p.m.
or 10 p.m.
10,
or 10 o'clock
10
tonight.
o'clock tonight.
Will the sun shine next month? Will the sun shine next month? Yes, the sun
Yes,
will
the
shine
sun
next
will
month.
shine next month.
Which language will we study next lesson? Which language will we study next lesson? We'll study
We'll
English
study
next
English
lesson.
next lesson.
Okay, good. And this one, Kate. Alright, here's Kate. Will Kate fly her kite tomorrow morning? Will Kate fly her kite tomorrow morning? Yes, Kate
Yes,
will
Kate
fly her
will fly
kite
her
tomorrow
kite
morning.
tomorrow morning.
And here are Charlie and Dan. Will Charlie and Dan play football tomorrow morning? Will Charlie and Dan play football tomorrow morning? Yes, Charlie and
Yes,
Dan
Charlie
will
and
play
Dan will
football
play
tomorrow
football
morning.
tomorrow morning.
Okay, good. What's the contraction of will not? What's the contraction of will not? The
The
contraction of will
contraction
not
of
is
will not
won't.
is want.
Okay, and here, for example, this picture again. Will Kate play football tomorrow morning? Will Kate play football tomorrow morning? No, Kate
No,
won't play
Kate
football
won't play
tomorrow
football
morning.
tomorrow
She'll
morning.
fly her
She'll fly
kite.
her kite.
Okay, here are Charlie and Dan. Will Charlie and Dan be in the park tomorrow morning? Will Charlie and Dan be in the park tomorrow morning? No, Charlie and
No,
Dan
Charlie and
won't
Dan
be in
won't
the
be
park
in the
tomorrow
park
morning.
tomorrow morning.
They'll be
They'll
in
be
dance
in
garden.
the garden.
Yes, right. Okay, let's say them, all of them. Will they stay here after the lesson? Will they stay here after the lesson? No, they won't
No,
stay
they won't
here
stay
after the
here after the
lesson. They'll
lesson.
go home.
They'll go home.
Okay, right. And next one. Will you come to the school again soon? Will you come to the school again soon? Yes, I'll come to the
Yes,
school.
I'll come to.
Ah, one more
Yes,
time.
sorry.
It's okay. Will you come to the school again soon? Will you come to the school again soon? Yes, I'll come
Yes,
to the
I'll
school
come to
again
the school
soon.
again soon. Sorry.
Well, it's okay, no worries. Will it soon be spring? Will it soon be spring? Yes, it'll
Yes,
soon be
it'll be
spring.
soon be spring.
Will I go home in 2 minutes time? Will I go home in 2 minutes time? No, you won't
No,
go
you
home
won't
in
go
two
home
minutes
in two
time.
minutes
You'll stay
time. You'll
here.
stay here.
Where do you think you'll be in 3 hours time? Where do you think you'll be in 3 hours time? I think I'll
I
be
think I'll be at home
in
in
three
3 hours
hours
time.
time. Will we be here in this room in 10 years time? Will we be here in this room in 10 years time? No, we won't
No,
be
we
here
won't be
in this
here
room
in
in
this
10
room
years
in
time.
10 years time.
Okay, that's good. How often do your grandparents come to stay at your home? How often do your grandparents come to stay at your home? My
My
grandparents come
grandparents
to stay
come
at
to
my home.
stay at my home once a year.
Okay. When do people go to the seaside on holiday? Where? Okay, so when people go to the seaside on holiday, where do they generally stay? When people go to the seaside on holiday, where do they generally stay? When people
When
go to the
people go
seaside
to the
on
seaside
holiday,
on
they generally
holiday, they
stay in a
generally stay
hotel.
in a hotel.
Do you send cards to people at Christmas time? Do you send cards to people at Christmas time? Yes, no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
send
send the
cards to
cards to
people at
people
Christmas
at
time.
Christmas time.
When do we generally send postcards? When do we generally send postcards? We generally
We
send
generally send the
postcards when we are
postcards
on
we
holiday.
are on holiday.
Again, when we are on
When
holiday.
we are on holiday.
Yeah. And who do we send postcards to? And who do we send postcards to? We send
We send
postcards to our
postcards to
family
our
and
family
friends.
and friends.
Okay, and for example, I have here my camera. I'm taking a photo. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're taking
You're
a
taking
photo.
a photo.
Okay, and here, and what am I holding in my hand? And what am I holding in my hand? You're holding a
You're holding a
camera in your
camera
hand.
in your hand.
Can we take photos with a mobile phone? Can we take photos with a mobile phone? Yes, we can
Yes,
take
we can take
photos with a
photos
mobile
with a
phone.
mobile phone.
Okay, good. And okay, so for example, some of your classmates are sitting. So stand up, please. Stand up, please. Okay, good. Are most of the pupils standing? Are most of the pupils standing? No, most of the
No,
pupils
most of the
aren't
pupils
standing.
aren't standing.
Most of the
Most
pupils
of the
are
pupils
sitting.
are sitting.
Yes, okay. And for example, I'm telling some of your classmates to stand up. Okay, so are most of the pupils standing now? Are most of the pupils standing now? Yes, most of the
Yes, most
pupils
of the
are standing
pupils are
now.
standing now.
Do you think most children like sport? Do you think most children like sport? Yes, no? I
Yes,
think
I
most
think
children
most
like sport.
children like sport.
In that country, what color eyes the most people have? In that country, what color eyes the most people have? In this
In
country,
this
most
country,
people
most
have.
people have black eyes.
Okay. How can we send messages on a mobile phone? How can we send messages on a mobile phone? We can
We
send
can send
messages on a
messages
mobile
on a
phone
mobile
by
phone by
text or by
text or by
email.
email.
Do you send emails to people? Do you send emails to people? Yes, no? I
Yes, I
send
send
emails to
emails
people.
to people,
Who to? Who to? To?
to my
And
coworkers,
how often? How often?
about 3 times a day.
Okay. Who texts the most in your family? Who texts the most in your family? My
My husband
text the
texts the
most in
most
my
in
family.
my family.
All right. Have banks got lots of money? Have banks got lots of money? Yes, banks
Yes,
have
banks
got
have
lots
got
of
lots
money.
of money.
Name a country where people eat lots of rice, please. Name a country where people eat lots of rice, please. China is a
China is a
country where
country
people
where
eat
people
lots
eat
of
lots
rice.
of rice.
The trains only have four wheels. The trains only have four wheels. No trains.
No,
Trains
trains
don't only have
don't only have
four
four
wheels.
wheels.
They have
They
lots
have
of
lots of
wheels.
wheels.
Okay, and for example, here I'm sitting near the wall. Am I sitting near the wall? I'm sitting nearer the wall than you. Am I sitting the wall nearer than? Am I standing? Sorry, a moment, please. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, I'm standing nearer you than the door. So, I'm nearer you than the door.
Okay.
Am I standing nearer you than the door? Am I standing nearer you than the door? Yes, you're
Yes,
standing
you are
nearer
standing
me
nearer
than the
me than
door.
the door.
Okay, and in this picture here. Okay, in this picture, who's standing farther from Dan? Kimi or Max? In this picture, who's standing farther from Dan? Kimi or Max? In that
In that
picture, Max
picture,
is
Max
standing
is standing
farther from
farther
Dan
from
than
Dan
Kimi.
than Kimi.
Okay. Of all the children, who's the nearest to Max? Of all the children, who's the nearest to Max? Of all the
Of all
children,
the children,
Sophie's the
Sophie is
nearest
the
to
nearest
Max.
to Max.
Okay, yes. And okay, in that room, for example, okay, in that room, who's sitting the farthest from you? In that room, who's sitting the farthest from you? In this room,
In this room, you are
you're
this,
sitting
sitting the
the
farthest
farthest
from
from me.
me.
Okay, the farthest from me. What's the plural of leaf? What's the plural of leaf? The plural
The
of leaf
plural
is
of leaves is
leaves.
leaves.
When do leaves start to fall from trees? In spring, in summer, in autumn, or in winter? When do leaves start to fall from trees? In spring, in summer, in autumn, or in winter? Leaves start to
Leaves
fall
start to
from
fall
trees
from
in autumn.
trees in autumn.
Why is it dangerous to climb a tree? Why is it dangerous to climb a tree? It's
It's
dangerous to climb a
dangerous to
tree
climb a tree
because we can
because
fall
we
out
can
of the
fall out
tree.
of the tree.
Alright. Do you think you go to bed early or late? Do you think you go to bed early or late? I think I
I
go to
think
bed.
I go to bed early.
Do you get up late at the weekend? Do you get up late at the weekend? Yes, no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
get
get
up
up
late
late
at the weekend.
at the weekend.
Do I come into the classroom earlier than you? Do I come into the classroom earlier than you? No, you don't come
No, you
into the
don't come
classroom
into the
earlier than
classroom
me.
earlier than
You
me.
come into the
You come
classroom
into the
later
classroom
than me.
later than me.
Okay. Who get up the earliest in your family? Who get up the earliest in your family?
I get up
I get up
the
the
earliest
earliest in my
in
family.
my family.
And who get up the latest in your family? Who get up the latest in your family? My
My daughter
gets
gets up
up the
the
latest in my
latest in my
family.
family.
Is it light during the night? Is it light during the night? No, it isn't
No, it
light
isn't
during the
light
night.
during the
It's
night.
dark.
It's dark.
Do you think most children are afraid of the dark? Do you think most children are afraid of the dark? Yes, no? I
Yes,
think
I
most
think
children
most
are afraid
children
of the
are
dark.
afraid of the dark.
Name an animal that can see well in the dark. Name an animal that can see well in the dark. Cats can see
Cats
well
can
in
see
the
well
dark.
in the dark.
Okay, and that is a great
Oh,
job. Now,
complete. Thank you.
congratulations, you're welcome. Okay, well, congratulations, you're done with your full stage revision of stage 3. So this time is we'll be moving on to the higher stage 4 for new
Four.
work.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll have new work of stage 4 now. Okay, so let's start the new work. Repeat countryside,
Countryside.
field.
Field.
Okay, listen. If we go outside a town or a city, we can see lots of green fields and trees and animals. Okay, for example, here we call this the countryside. So people in the countryside live in villages. Okay, so let's practice. Do you live in the countryside? Do you live in the countryside? Yes, no. I
No,
don't
I
live in
don't
the
live
countryside.
in the countryside.
Are there any fields near that house? Are there any fields near that house? Yes, no. There
No,
there
there
aren't
aren't
any fields
any
near this
fields
house.
near this house.
Okay. In England, are there lots of rabbits in the countryside? In England, are there lots of rabbits in the countryside? Yes, in England,
Yes, in
there are
England,
lots of
there are lots
rabbits
of
in the
rabbits
countryside.
in the countryside.
Repeat size.
Size.
Okay, listen. I think you wear size 7 shoes And another example, cats aren't the same size as lions, so they are smaller than lions. Let's practice. But we don't have much time
Oh,
now.
okay.
Okay, let's practice next time. Anyway, we had
Yeah.
today until stage 4 new work. Paragraph 272, the last head word is size.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're doing great as always. Awesome job.
Oh, thank you
Thank you.
very much.
Likewise. See you again and have a nice
See you
day.
again.
Bye. Take